Out of grief can come something very, very special. And that is the case with one holiday toy drive organized by a Denver mom after the loss of her daughter 10 years ago. Today, Dolls for Daughters and Toys for Boys collects more than 40,000 toys, stocking stuffers, and books, helping to change the lives of children in our community. Jessica Bacchus, she joins us now with more on how you can donate this holiday season, and it's so good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I always
Thanks for
love having you on the show. So again, let's start at the very beginning.
Sure.
For those who have never heard your story before, would you mind sharing how you started Dolls for Daughters?
Sure. It was 10 years ago, actually, in November, that I was trying to heal from the loss of my second child, Kinsey, who was stillborn. And I was looking for a way to get through the holidays and actually find some joy. And I came up with this idea of collecting dolls and giving them back to girls in our community because my husband and I couldn't give dolls to both Bailey, our oldest daughter, and Kinsey. And I came up with the name Dolls for Daughters, really never thinking it would be anything more than 1 year, 150 dolls to kids in our community, and 10 years later, here we are.
Look at that, like
Yes.
40,000, which is amazing.
Yes.
What's new this year? I know you have different locations.
Yeah, we are super excited. We have added 2 more locations in the state. So our new locations are Colorado Springs and Rifle. And then we have locations in Fort Collins and Longmont. And then obviously our location in Denver is our biggest.
Okay, so it's Dolls for Daughters and
Yes.
Toys for Boys.
Yes.
Where can people drop off their donations?
So obviously our event is this Saturday, so the best place to drop off the donations is actually at our Dolls for Daughters office, which is at 50 South Steel. We will take donations through this weekend and then even after, because not only do we offer these toy shops, but we partner with other agencies in the state to ensure more children have gifts this holiday season.
Excellent. You can go to their website too, which is dollsfordaughters.com if you'd like to find out more. Dollsfordaughters.com. And how can families in need actually take advantage and shop in December?
So at any of our locations, they are all first come, first serve, which is kind of unique in the state. There's no pre-registration, pre-qualification. You bring a birth certificate for each one of your children from anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where they were born, and your photo ID. We do limit shopping to legal guardians or parents of the children because we want to make it equitable for all of the families. So they're just shopping for their children and not nieces and nephews or grandchildren or things like that.
And is there anything else that they need to know if they want to attend?
I would say if you're coming to Denver, be prepared for a line.
Okay.
We know the lines start early, typically by 7 a.m. on Saturday. There's 500 to 600 people already in line.
There's a great need out there.
There is a great need. We know there was a line last year at our Longmont store, so we just tell people to be prepared to be outside. We really encourage people to leave their children at home. Children do not need to be in attendance, and I think that that sometimes is confusing. And the other thing is you don't need to live in Denver to receive services or Colorado Springs. You can live in any community, and if you need the services, just go to the toy shop that's closest to you.
To think about your beautiful daughter, Kinsey, and like you said, you thought maybe this would be 1 year, and look at what you're doing now. You're like blessing so many other people. It's not just toys they receive. I understand you also hand out socks, jackets.
Yes. So our Denver toy shop, just because this is where we're based, we have the most resources. So all of the locations, the children will receive books and toothbrush and toothpaste kits, which is really great. Our Longmont and Denver locations have partnered with the Sock It to 'em Sock campaign, and the children will all receive socks. And then in Denver, we have partnered with Operation Warm, and they will be giving out, I believe it's 244 winter jackets.
Wow, you are a blessing. Look what you have created.
Thank you.
So it's not just dollsfordaughters.com, but you've also created Kinies Kids. What's that organization about?
So that program is just a smaller program that we've partnered with agencies around the state to work with families who are creating a stable environment for their children. And we offer a financial resource to those families. So it's a very small, select program. In 8 years as a nonprofit, we have served 23 families with 84 kids, and then we still work with them afterwards. We've made some amazing bonds. I've seen kids graduate from high school, go on to college. I still talk to these mothers and fathers and even grandparents, and it's just a very rewarding program to see families really work to be in a stable place to provide more for their children.
You're wearing a shirt that says blessed. I think
Yes.
somebody should give you a shirt that says blessing, because you're
thank
blessing
you.
so many people. You have 3 children at home?
I do. My oldest, Bailey, is 13, and then I had boys after Kinsey passed, and their names are Camden and Carson, and they are 9 and 8.
Wow. Are they involved with the Boys for Toys and the Dolls for Daughters?
Yes, so Bailey actually sits on our youth advisory board. So we have a youth
Nice.
advisory board of kids that are in middle school and high school that help us drive initiatives and pick out toys, and then they volunteer at our events. It's a really great program that anybody can apply to be in. And then, yes, they've all been coming to the toy shops for 8 years. Even when the boys were little babies, they would come for a little while. But yes, they volunteer all day. There is a picture right now of me and one of my boys several years ago. So they are a huge part of the work that I do, and I feel very blessed that I get to find joy from my sorrow and give back to families in need.
Oh, God bless you.
Thank you.
You know, we feel blessed that you have done so much for our community, and there are so many moms out there that have gone through something maybe a little bit similar, and unfortunately they went a different direction and maybe suffer from depression.
Yeah.
You are someone that is a light. You really are. So I'm so happy that you share your story here on Colorado and Company.
Thank you.
And you've blessed so many other people. How can we help you? Can we volunteer?
So this year, because it's so close, our volunteer registration is full. We are extremely blessed in Denver. We have 500 volunteers for the next 2 days. They can check our website. Some people may have to have changed their time when they could come or unable to, but most of our spots are full. The only other place we may have a few spots is Fort Collins. So we're very, very blessed, but we do love volunteers. So if you can't volunteer this year, get on our newsletter so you can help us next year.
All right, mom to mom, give me a hug. I'm full of hugs today. You guys are so amazing. Thank you, thank you. Again, drop off those toys, stocking stuffers, books, and other items through tomorrow. For drop-off locations, please visit dollsfordaughters.com. There are 5 toy shop locations, including Denver, Fort Collins, Longmont, Colorado Springs, and Rifle. If you are in need or receiving toys, head to the location nearest you this Saturday. The shops open at 9 a.m. and will stay open until they're out of toys. You must bring a birth certificate for each of your children, okay? And there's no pre-registration for the event. But if you want more information, log on to this website. Go to dollsfordaughters.com.